Aloha, I'm Felicia Miller Johnson, and I conduct work life video interviews with career professionals that become an all intuitive conversation. Aloha, welcome to another episode of All Intuitive Conversation. As an all intuitive executive and life coach, I encourage people to live smart and ascend to new levels of success in their work and life. Today, I have the pleasure of connecting with a friend and a colleague. As most of you know, I have not connected with my guest ahead of time, but this lady and I have a little history. So let's bring her to the screen. Aloha, Ipek.
Hello. Aloha, Felicia.
It is so good to see you again today. How are you?
I'm very well. How are you?
I am doing well. I'm doing well. It's always interesting when I have guests on the show that I've had a history with and connection with. So it allows me to have this opportunity to get to know you a little bit, more in that regard. So I'm going to start with this first question of asking you what encouraged you, inspired you to want to come on Intuitive Conversation with me?
Well, I have been watching you obviously because we have a history. I know you, what you do, and it's a very different and interesting experience. I watched quite a few of them in the
Yes.
past, so I'm really excited to be a part of it actually.
Yes, awesome. Okay. Well, all right. Well, wonderful. So let's jump in. So one of the things that I realized that I don't know about you that I usually find out a lot about the guest is a name. A name has so much meaning. And so I wanted to start with that question for you. For Ipek, it's a very unique name. What's the story behind your name?
My name is I was born in Turkey, so it's a Turkish name. I was born in Istanbul, and my grandmother, my father's mother, gave me this name. And İpek means silk in Turkish, and it's like a soft, gentle, and sophisticated. All those at one time, and she, for some reason, when I was born, she saw me and she said, "This girl's name need to be Ipek." So my parents liked the name and they went with it.
I, I I love that. Like I said, the soft and the gentle and the silk part of that.
Yeah.
So it's amazing how we kind of live into our names, right?
Mhm.
So with that, the card that came up also, of course, is no accident for sure, was this woman that is doing meditations, right? And what I know about you is that you are a woman who is known for doing meditations. So tell me a little bit about your journey in
Mhm.
becoming, a leader in doing meditations in that regard.
Um, Meditation is something that found its way to me years ago, and I realized that it was changing me. I started to meditate regularly every day. And when I did, I realized that it was helping me with my worries, fears, um,
Mm,
feeling more abundant, feeling more capable, courageous. So uh, when I started to feel that, I wanted to learn more and I wanted to get some information that will m- make me more knowledgeable about the subject.
mhm.
So I, I I got some training and I learned how to become a meditation teacher so that I can give back, I can teach what I have learned, what I have experienced in my life. I say this all the time. Meditation is changed the chemistry of our brain, and for the better.
Mm,
It creates different circuits, and neurons start to connect with each other on the positive side of feelings and emotions. So it has a tremendous positive effect on everyone, and it's free, and it could be implemented any way the person likes. It doesn't have to be the same for everyone. So I believe that if everybody meditated in the world, we wouldn't have wars, we wouldn't have pain, we wouldn't have people hurting other people.
mm. Well, the next card that came out was talking about balance. And
Mm.
I was like, this so goes with this whole meditation. It's like having one foot in the water, one foot in the land. And how do we just kind of just make all of this, work and have calm and peace in that regard. So then the other one that came out was this Empress, right? And
Mm.
it is this woman, and it reminded me back when you first started talking about, your grandmother looked at you and was like,
Yeah.
that's this baby is like silk, right? And just holding that whole story in that regard. So it was like, okay, I'm kind of seeing this story, and this is all like Ipek. So with that, with you doing meditation, so do you have everything all together all the time?
Well, I do at the moment after having quite a bit of experience.
Hmm.
I'm pretty good at whipping up something right away
Of
on
course
the
you are.
spot. Yeah.
Of course you are. So with that, so I am being called and led to balance. There is one of those things that a lot of people are out of balance in
Mhm.
their life. So because you're good at whipping things up right away, right? I would
Mhm.
love for you to guide us in a meditation, maybe
Ooh,
about 3 to 4 minutes, that has to
sure.
deal with this topic of
Balance.
balance.
Mm. Okay, let's do it.
Let's do it.
Just close your eyes and get comfortable wherever you are,
Mm,
and take 3 deep breaths in, inhaling through your nose and exhaling through your mouth. Now the second one, again, taking a deep breath in through your nose and exhaling through your mouth. And the third one, deep and long breath in and out. Feel all your body relaxing from top to bottom, your head, your face, your shoulders and neck, the parts that are most stressed, your arms, all the way down to your fingertips, your torso, your belly, your hips, down toward your thighs, and then your knees. Relax your lower legs and your feet all the way to your toes. Balance is so important in life. You can balance yourself through being a connection with the earth, and the sky. Accept and receive the sunshine coming down to you, getting in through your crown and bathing your body with its golden light, going all the way down and through your feet, connecting with the earth and the world, the earth under your feet. You are creating the balance between the sky and the earth. Create that balance in every area of your life with your loved ones, with your colleagues, with your partners, with your community. Put yourself among them and hold hands and unite as a big, happy community. See yourself there with them for a minute. Smile, and when you're ready, come back to your breath. Take another deep breath in, and while you're exhaling, gently open your eyes. From my heart to yours, with all my love and gratitude. Namaste.
There was a girl. You're
Mm.
so amazing at doing
Oh,
that.
thank
That
you.
is awesome. Thank you so much for being impromptu and leading us in doing that.
Thank you.
So I think what was so great in that example is that we're right here, we're live, and like I said, we hadn't planned for you to do this, but that's something that you just naturally do. But this shows like in the middle of the day. And it's like a lot of times people seem to, experience so much stress and all those different things. It's like, I don't have time to like meditate, right? But that was just literally like an example of 3 minutes of being with your breath and just finding the balance. And then you just can kind of carry on with your day. But
Mhm.
it's something also that there's a perception about what meditation is. And you started to mention a little bit, but there's all different forms of type of meditation.
Mhm.
So can you elaborate a little bit more on what meditation may look like for
Mhm.
individuals?
Of course, thank you for this question because people think that meditation is like a chore, another thing on my task list that I need to accomplish on top of all the 100 things that I need to do every day. But I am so much for making things easy, making things uh, easy to implement. So there are so many ways of being mindful, like even while eating something, or looking at taking your pen and looking at it like as if you saw it for the first time, like
Mm,
feeling the texture, looking at the colors and the shape, everything, like being mindful just for 1 2 minutes,
yeah.
and taking a break from the busy day, and being mindful on one thing and one thing only makes a huge difference. Meditation, it's wonderful when you have time and sit down and meditate 10, 20, 30 minutes every
Mhm.
day. But if you are not able to do that, don't try to like tell yourself that I should be doing this, and because I don't have that time, then I won't be meditating. Like I see so many people using it as an excuse because it
Mm.
takes time and I don't have the time and I don't meditate. Well, there are many other ways of meditation or mindfulness or being in flow. Whatever works for you, walking meditation, for example. Like while walking, you when you focus on one limb, like let's say your right foot, how
Yes.
it's moving, like or your right hand, like focusing on your body movements while walking, or focusing on the nature around you, like trees, leaves. Mm, there you
Yes.
go.
Mhm.
Yes, yes. uh, so it's not an excuse to not have time having time. There's always so many ways to meditate.
So the true statement that came out on the card that flipped out literally says,
Mhm,
"In this moment, I am free." And it's
mhm,
like, yeah, right here, right now, you're in this moment that you can, be free. And then the other one that came out that says, true statement, it says, "I am open to the
mhm,
unknown." And a lot of times, this is an experience that people are not familiar with, it's unknown to them, just even connecting with themselves.
mhm,
And meditation and mindfulness is not something that wants to be like a labor
mhm,
in that regard, but rather knowing where you are like in your life, because it says on this bottom of the card, you are being shown that what is dissonant in your life, allow the beliefs that are not serving you to fall away and be open to your bright future.
mhm.
And so
Yes.
it's like that is just one of those things that really, encourages, individuals and connections.
Mhm,
So what's the next thing that came out on that same card was the theme of resolution.
mhm,
And it says the trigger statement, "The past haunts me." And so
mhm,
what I know is another form that you and I have connected with before is about Ho'oponopono and the
mhm,
resolution that Hawaiians had of bringing back dissonance and discord in families and connections,
mhm.
was about bringing that back to reconciliation.
Yes.
So tell us a little bit more about your experience with Ho'oponopono.
Ho'oponopono.
Yeah.
Yes, Ho'oponopono is a reconciliation, forgiveness practice, and it's very powerful. It's a way to connect our inner child. You know it as good as
Back
I
of his
do.
head. Yes. Uh-huh.
Yes, and it's a powerful tool to really understand our inner child and how much stress and data and memories that child is like surrounded by, and creating a way to just let that child become alive again, because that child was alive. It was
Mhm.
when you were born. We born as happy and clean slate beings, even though we bring some data and memories from our ancestors.
Mhm.
We already have those. We need to cleanse that. But on top of it, over the years, lots of more memories and data add up,
Mhm.
which really clogs all the energy flow in the body. So
Yeah. We
through
were all born smooth
Ho'oponopono,
as silk. Yes, we're all born smooth
yes,
as silk. Yes. Mhm.
yes, yes, and happy.
Yes.
And so through Ho'oponopono, we go deep and uh, create that opportunity to clean and cleanse all those datas and memories, so that creativity, intuition, inspiration just reign in.
Yes. Yes. So what is it? What's the sayings?
Uh,
For those that
I'm
don't know.
sorry. Yes, I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you.
Uh,
This is the mantra that we use for Ho'oponopono, and people ask, "How long should I repeat this mantra?" And late Dr. Hugh Land says, "All your life, all the time."
yes, because when there is even when I've gotten down to the point where if there's like some kind of discord or something like that, even if I feel like if I feel like I don't have time to say all of that, I'm like, okay, ho'oponopono. Like I
Yeah,
just at least say the word ho'oponopono. Like,
Felicia, it's all about the intention. It's
yes.
all about the intention. You don't have to say the whole thing, Ho'oponopono, or I'm sorry, please forgive me, or I love you, thank you. Some people say those. Like so, it's it's all about the intention.
Yes. Yes. Well, the next card that came out is it talks about physical fitness, but it has this group of women that are basically out there once again, kind of, I say, preparing for their meditation, their mat, their workout, their physical, because your mind and your spirit.
Mhm,
I include all of that um,
mhm,
with with life.
mhm,
So as we get ready to wrap up, what is the
mhm.
encouraging word that you want to leave with someone that is going to start doing this meditation?
Oh, encouraging word is try, try, because you know there is as many as the number of people, the meditation styles out there.
Yes.
Every person is different. One that works for one might not work for the other. So it's a unique process for everyone. Try different meditation styles and find which one works for you. It might be working today. Tomorrow you might change and something else might be interesting too. But for today, what is it working for me? Let me try that.
Love it. So you are definitely aligning with this energy of Saint Germain,
German.
and it talks about karma releasing, and it says on the bottom of the card, move beyond drama, create your own path, make room for good energy.
Mm,
And it's like
beautiful.
that's basically what you're saying is let's release all the karmatic past and all that. Whatever, like we just said, whatever meditation looks like for you, have that, for you. And then that way the ultimately what we don't do is facilitate good energy.
Beautiful.
Love
Very
it.
appropriate.
Very
Thank you.
appropriate. Well, Ipek, it has been a pleasure having an all intuitive conversation with you. Thank you so much for connecting with me. I hope you were
You.
encouraged to continue to live smart and ascend to new levels of success in your work life. And for those of you that have joined us viewing, thank you. If you're interested in coaching with me, reach out to me at Sevenfold Coaching or drop me a message in LinkedIn. So until we meet for the next episode, this has been an all intuitive conversation.